Yeah. I ain't playing with you niggas at all. We ain't playing with you niggas at all. Triple L. Longer flex, nigga. So major the motherfucking game. No good morning. Flee, what up? Hello? We ain't playing with you niggas at all. Yeah. We ain't playing with you niggas at all. Yeah. I'm in the zone like Sanders, but it's a touchdown. They see my face on the TV, they move and hush now. That's why I came with a plan. We booking trips, no bags. I'm a shot when I land. Them chrome hearts ain't gonna make you a man. You love them guns cause you weak with them hands. Those Alexanders, but that nigga a stand. Yeah, that nigga mad cause his bitch is a fan. I'm in the zone like Bronny, just watch the lockdown. All I got is my family, my niggas up now. She see my face on the gram, she wanna fuck now. Play yourself, I don't love clowns. Wise words from the elders that had me bothered. Young niggas gotta finish what you started. Cause you a target, but the words can't hurt you, just stay unbothered. But we see that you rapping, just be an artist. Yeah, I'm in the zone like Sanders, boy, this a touchdown. They see my face on the TV, they move and hush now. That's why I came with a plan. We booking trips, no bags. I'm a shot when I land. Chrome hearts ain't gonna make you a man. You love them guns cause you weak with them hands. Those Alexanders, but that nigga a stand. That nigga mad cause his bitch is a fan. I'm in the zone like Bronny, just watch lockdown. Bad bitches at my door, they tryna rush now. I step back for the moment, just like I'm hard and begging pardon. Don't be another lost face on the carton. All my niggas gon' shine. I'm talking BB's 30 years for the frame. I'm seeing 3D. I got this shit out the mud. I'm talking knee deep. 10 toes on my word. They wanna beat me. Call my man up in Texas. Like what's the topic? Gotta plug up in Houston. Trading rockets. Or you labeled the lick just cause you got it. You better with it than without it. Little mama, I'm a demon. Body cold like anemic. See the bands that she tweaking. I need a Vicky for the weekend. I'm bowling hard every season. Holy water got me geeking. I made it rain that she teasing. Christian loops that's bleeding in the lobby playing defense. I hand to hand like a greeting. Huddle up like a meeting. I'm in the zone like Tyson, you see the punch now. I'm talking Emerald Lagasse, we serving lunch now. Niggas came with a plan. Watch your face ain't gon' make you a band. They say they fam till they bite in your hand. He ain't a snitch till that man on the stand. Yeah. I'm in the zone like Tyson, you see the punch now. Yeah. I'm in the zone like Tyson, you see the punch now. Yeah. We in the zone like Tyson, they see the punch now. Yeah. Go on.
Everywhere. This is for you.
Fly was flying on the team. Touchdown. Time to get chasing this ring. You don't really want to start a thing. This a bird game nation, baby. It's a Philly thing. Hater, and you looking like you type trash. I'm just here calling on Philly the podcast. And we can call a man dog or watch Miles score off the handoff. Rest of the division, your man saw Jackson like Sean, hunting like Randolph. Season here, early time to do them in. Your boy Philly Fresco. Thanks for tuning in.
What is going on, you guys? It's your boy Joe Castro, aka Philly Fresco, joined by my guy Hunter, and it is Philly the podcast. So today I was like, you know what? I'm going to be watching the draft, at least probably the first, round of it. And I was like, Hunter's probably going to be watching it. So let me see what Hunter's doing. So he said, yeah, I'm watching it. So I was like, let's do a little bit of a watch party. So what's good, Hunter? How you doing, man?
Hey, I'm doing all right, man. I mean, like I texted you, don't know too many of the guys who are going to be called tonight, but you know what? We're going to learn on the fly. We're going to have some fun chalking it up. And as Tone to Shield said, that's copyrighted. Shouldn't be saying that. But hey, I'm excited, man. I'm looking forward to it. I got to ask, what were your thoughts on the Landry Shamet trade earlier today? What'd you think, man?
Yeah, at first I loved it because I thought that I still like it. I'm not mad at it. Getting another first round pick is cool. Like we got 5 picks today, in the first and second round. But I thought that the dude was going to be way cheaper than he was, to be honest. I think his name was Javon Carter, I think his name is. The guy we picked up. But I thought he was going to be way cheaper. He's basically the same price as Landry Shamet. So we just got the first round, which, I mean, I'm still cool with it. So I mean, I'm not mad at it at all. I'm not gonna lie. I think there's more to happen. Maybe we move up a little bit. Maybe we try and get like a veteran, big man or something. Like, I think there's a lot that could happen in this draft. I definitely do. But I think the world is waiting to see what's going on with Ben Simmons. I think that's what the world really is waiting for. So let me ask you: do you really think a trade is possible for Ben Simmons? Do you think he's going to be gone by tonight?
I don't think he's going to be gone by tonight. I think the Sixers have a high asking price for him. I mean, they came out earlier today. They're looking for, from the Warriors, they were looking for Wiggins, Wiseman, and 4 first-round picks, which I think should be a no from both sides. But apparently, we asked for that. I don't know, but yeah, I think they got too high of an asking price, in my opinion. I mean, their floor was Brogdon and a first. That was like their first offer that came out. So I think that's good to know that like we can get some value for him. Seems like a Raptors trade could be in the works, but I don't think anything's happening tonight. That's just my gut feeling.
I can't believe you guys turned down the Brogdon and a first, to be honest. I thought that was like exactly what you guys were looking for. Like a shooter and then some. Like, I mean,
I like Brogdon.
What do you think the thought process was there? Like where you hiding that at the Nets. Look at that. We ain't even do nothing.
I think it was more so that it was one of the first offers that was to come out, and they kind of wanted to survey the market and kind of see what they could get. And maybe, who knows? Maybe that's not even true. Maybe they put it out there to kind of see what else they could get. I don't know. Sometimes people do that. I know the Eagles put out some false rumors out there before the draft to kind of get some interest in getting to people to trade up to number 6 and stuff like that. So, who knows? Maybe it wasn't even true, but I feel like that was I feel like I forget if someone who put it out there was pretty reliable. So, I do like that deal. I think we could probably get a little bit more out of Ben, but I mean, it's hard to tell, because some people think his value is real low. Some people think it's still really high. I don't know. We will see though. I think at this point he's going to be here in 2022. So that's just my thought process.
Yeah, it's just too much. It's just too much to ask. That is like, I said it to somebody, and like I'm in like a little group chat with a couple of my friends, and I was like, honestly, it might be crazy or it might be genius. It might be, somebody might get a call tonight and they're like, listen, give us a first round and you can have Ben Simmons, or give us 2 first rounds and you can have Ben Simmons. And it sounds like a deal because earlier it sounded like you wanted the world for him. So maybe somebody's a little bit, caught off guard and was like, oh, that sounds like a deal. Yeah, why not? Maybe it's genius. I don't know if it is. It sounds like Daryl Morey's playing 2K a little bit too much and maybe not really looking at what his worth is. But what do you think about Beal? Do you think that there's a world that Beal comes to the Sixers, or is that mainly kind of dependent on the whole Ben Simmons situation?
I think now that Westbrook is likely to go to LA, there is definitely a world in which Ben Simmons could go to Washington. Because I think the big concern everyone would bring up to kind of counter argue was that, well, you can't have Westbrook and Ben Simmons on the same team, right? Because then you got Westbrook and Brick Simmons playing together at times, depending on the night. So, that's a big concern. Now that I think Westbrook's out, I also think that could kind of prompt Bradley Beal to kind of force his way. And not that I think he was dependent on that. I don't know what their relationship was like. Probably Washington fans probably have a better idea of what Brad's feelings were towards that. But, I think Brad is going to be prompted to make a trade request at some point. It sounded like he was going to a couple of days ago. I don't know if he officially did or not. Maybe we see something tonight. I think there's a world in which it happens. Obviously we're going to have to give up a little to get him because he's a superstar and he's a guy who definitely changes the complexion of the team and kind of what it's looking like. Because obviously you want a perimeter guy. And with that, we got the first pick coming up, at least on my TV right now. So
yeah. Pick is in. Mine's is probably a little bit behind. So, I mean, it's probably Cade Cunningham. I think that's going to be easy. If it's not, I'll be surprised. And Jadis wants to know what number the Lakers are. Right now, they're at number 22. I don't know if that trade went through. I don't think it did yet. So they are trying to get Russell Westbrook, and I believe it would involve the pick today. So here we got the pick coming up. Yep. Did he already get picked on your screen?
He did, yeah.
All right, so we're close at least, I guess. Yeah, Cade, that was pretty easy.
Yeah.
Cade Cunningham was a pretty easy one.
Yeah, they didn't trade it.
I feel like the first 5 are pretty easy. It's just depending on where they go, right?
Yeah. So Jalen Green's supposed to go 2 to the Rockets, and then Mobley's supposed to go 3. So who's 4 and 5 supposed to be?
4 and 5. Let me see the one I'm looking at. I looked at a couple different ones. This one was the most realistic to me, at least. So one has Jalen Suggs and then Scotty Barnes going 5.
Okay.
There's other ones that, you know, like, I don't understand. Listen, I'm from Connecticut. You know what I'm saying? You know that. And they got the UConn kid, Book Knight, pretty high on this one.
Yeah.
I think they have him like top 10, if I'm not mistaken.
Really?
Yeah, they have him at number 6 on this one. This is the CBS one. And when I looked at that, I was like, I don't know. Like, he can't even shoot.
Yeah.
Like, he's a shooting guard that can't shoot. That's kind of important, bro. That's kind of important.
What do you think? Speaking of UConn guys, man, thoughts on Dan Orlovsky blocking you?
Oh, yeah. I use it as a badge of honor now. I have no idea what I did, if I'm being 100% honest. I know I was mad about the whole Jalen Hurts situation. Like,
yeah,
excuse me, what he was saying about Jalen Hurts, but I don't remember saying anything like disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty nice. But it's funny because I was like, he said that Chicken Pete's sucked or whatever. Or
I
he
know.
said that fries weren't good.
What was that?
Yeah, that's just like a travesty in itself. But my thing is, I was gonna tag him and I was gonna be like, "You're bugging," you know what I'm saying? And I couldn't tag him, and I'm like, "Does he not have Instagram?" Like, you know what I'm saying? So I went on my personal page and I went to his page, and I'm like, "Did this dude really? He blocked me?" Like, I made it. I think I made it.
Yeah.
But especially on my Instagram, I don't really say anything crazy.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be on your Twitter, if anything, you know?
That's what I'm saying. My Twitter, I say some messed up stuff, but he didn't block me on there. So we're working towards it, though. We're working towards it.
The Dan does what the Dan does. I mean, I guess you can't argue with it, but
yeah, I can't believe him. I really don't know what I said. I want to know now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, now I just want to know what it was. Because there was somebody that blocked me on Twitter, and I didn't even know who they were. Like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody, like, I was like, I had no idea who they were. So I don't know. People just blocked me for no reason, I guess. I thought I was pretty nice.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I haven't blocked you yet. So
yeah, not yet. Not yet. Des Bryant is over here. Congratulating Cade Cunningham.
Cade Cunningham.
What's the relation there? Like, I don't know why that came up on my screen. Like, what's the point?
I guess we got some memes coming up if he drops any passes in the NBA now.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Des didn't catch it.
Cade didn't catch it. This is nice. This is a nice little setup, though.
Yeah, I like it.
These dudes,
you know where it is this year?
I have no idea.
Yeah, they all wear those little slippers now.
He said, I root for the Cowboys and the Clippers. You tell me, everybody, what your teams are. I know you're a 4 for 4. Obviously, I'm a Nets fan. I'm a Nets fan and a Eagles fan, and Yankees fan. You didn't have to bring that up. They were kind of liking me. We made some big moves today. We made some pretty nice moves. Getting Joey Gallo and
Gallo.
Yeah, those were big. Those were really big. Draft is in Brooklyn. That's why it's so nice. That's why it looks so nice. It's in Brooklyn. That makes sense.
Stop it, Papa Sora, man. Stop it.
I'm mad Cade Cunningham just put on sunglasses in the middle of an interview. Like, just start with him.
Yeah. I know they were hesitant to make that pick. I mean, I know they, not in terms of like tonight, but I know they were thinking about trading it for a little while there.
Yeah, I know. I kept on hearing that it's like almost impossible to get in the top 5 this year. We were saying, we don't know many of these kids, but like, I know it's a pretty top heavy draft. You know what I'm saying? Like, and luckily the Nets need a big man, and there's like 5 or 6 guys that could go in the first round that I would not be mad at them getting. You know what I'm saying? So I would not be mad at anybody we get.
Yeah.
I don't watch baseball. I respect that. Laker and Eagles fan. A lot of Lakers fans. A lot of Laker fans.
Yeah, big play Slade too.
Big Play Slate is a Lakers fan.
Yeah,
You're right.
not the actual
I'm
Big Play
shut
Slate. But
Dan is garbage. That's the fact. That's a fact. Dan sucks with
how much?
This dude.
Now I got
So
that
you live
picture
in
in my mind, man. Oh,
yeah. I don't want to have that. So he lives in Maryland, but as a Cowboys and Clippers fan, that's pretty random.
Dang, no
That's
Ravens.
pretty random. So yeah, no, right? So the Nets have 5 picks. We got the 27th, the 29th. We have I think the 44th pick. And I think it's from like 2016.
Really?
Like that yeah, it's getting cashed in all the way from 2016. I think it's from the Pacers, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure it's from like 2016 trade. But yeah, so we have 2 other picks in the second round. We got another selection coming in.
You can only imagine the you got the Thunder who have like 5 picks in 2030 at this point.
Yeah, seriously. Jalen Green. Green. Okay.
Green.
You know who I would really love to see just like plummet on this board, and I know it's not going to happen, but is a Turkish player. I don't know if I can't say his name, and I'm probably not even going to try, but there's a Turkish center that was like a beast in Turkey. Like, now I don't know the level of competition in Turkey, but like just watching him play, he was a beast.
Yeah.
So I would love to see him fall to the Nets. We just need a big man.
Said he's the number 2 center on the board, even though he's ranked like 15th.
Yeah, he is.
Never know. Sometimes those guys fall.
I would love to see that. That's what I'm saying. Or even, I mean, there's a couple centers. I was looking at it. Let me look at the guys I was looking at. I wouldn't be mad at Isaiah Jackson. He's a power forward, but he's big enough to, you know what I'm saying, play down low.
Yeah. And honestly, you guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but I mean, you guys won't have much of a problem playing with like a little bit of a smaller big.
No, but I wish we wouldn't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like because like even Montrezl, because there was a report talking about Montrezl Harrell and Kyle Kuzma possibly being like trade bait for us for Dinwiddie, which is cool. Like Montrezl Harrell is definitely an upgrade over, you know, like a Blake Griffin down low. Right. But Montrezl Harrell's like, correct me if I'm wrong, he's like 6'7", isn't he?
He's not the biggest guy on the planet.
Yeah, he's pretty small. So I mean, like, I don't want that again. I'd rather just I'd rather a big dude that isn't great on one side. You know what I'm saying? If he's great on defense but can't really give us much on offense, that's cool. I'm cool with that. Like what we had in Jarrett Allen was like perfect. Like if we would have just kept that and were able to get, you know, James Harden too, our team would have been unstoppable. Obviously we couldn't. But I even like what Nicholas Claxton brings to the team. He's a beast. And I'm telling you, like, go back and watch the series between the Nets and the Bucks and watch. It wasn't much, but watch when Nick Claxton was on Giannis. Like, he was giving Giannis fit all game. He was giving him fits all game. So I like him. He's a big dude and he can handle the ball, you know. So I like Nick Claxton a lot. I think people are sleeping on him, but I think, and people include Steve Nash, to be honest.
Steve Nash. Oh man, I know. I remember. I saw you tweeting about him during that series a lot.
Oh my God, Steve Nash was pissing me off.
Hey,
he was the worst.
Still got your boy Mike James over there though too.
I like Mike James. He's a point. You know, he's good. He was really good overseas too. He was like an all-star overseas.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I would take Kai Jones too. Kai Jones from Texas.
Yeah. That's a name I know.
I feel like he kind of fell off, but he was good. Like when he came in as a freshman, he was supposed to be nasty. So we got pick number 3 coming up.
Yeah, so Cleveland's expected to pick what's his name? Mobley probably now. Yeah. So I guess is that they've had Sexton on the market a lot this offseason, but I wonder because him and Allen are both up for contracts. So I wonder if that makes Allen more expendable. I'm not sure.
I was just there's 2 parts of that actually. You just brought that up and I didn't even think of that. But if they cut Jarrett Allen or something, or if they try to trade him, they could trade him right back to us. I would take him right back. But no, what I was thinking is didn't they just trade for like Ricky Rubio?
Cleveland.
I think they just traded. I'm pretty. Let me double check before
I did see he got traded today. It was today, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they traded for.
They did. You're right.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean that kind of makes sense. You got a Ricky Rubio that can kind of help your big, because that's what Ricky Rubio is now. Like Ricky Rubio's pretty old, man.
Yeah.
Ooh, the Lakers officially got Russ.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Wild. It's gonna be wild.
That they're gonna suck though now. They're gonna be trash. Russ like ruins everywhere he goes. Like I actually
He's got
like
that
Russ
energy
Westbrook.
though.
He'll yell and he'll get you some blocks and dunks. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. But that man is like I don't like to call people cancers because I think that's a messed up term.
Right.
But he is not a good locker room. I don't want to say he's even not a good locker room guy. He's just not a guy that wins.
What about what's his name? What about Jimmy? Would you give him the cancer title?
Who? Jimmy Butler?
Jimmy Butler?
Nah. I mean, he put Miami on that run, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I wouldn't say that about it. I mean, like Russell Westbrook, literally everywhere he goes, it's like it's just gotten worse. It's just gotten worse. So, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. Him and LeBron.
How about Wentz?
Oh yeah, he gets that. He gets that title easily. He gets that title easily. Evan Mobley. So this better not just go exactly how they're predicting it.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah, we need some excitement here. We need some surprises.
Seriously. Man. We knew this was going to be a boring one. That's why I was like, you got to come on with me, bro. I can't do it.
I want to see the Turkish dude go top 5, man.
I know, right? No, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that.
Or book night.
I hate to say this, man, but I really feel like somebody's gonna be so disappointed by book night, bro. Like, I like him, man, but that's crazy that he's rated that high.
Yeah, because there's always those flashy kind of like types flashy picks, like oh, book night could have a lot of potential, and then he just kind of pans out how do you expect him, or not as good.
Yeah, I wish I would have done a little bit more research on this draft class.
Honestly,
I just don't. Honestly, last year was just such a boring year for college basketball for me. Like, I don't know. Maybe it was because the Huskies sucked, but like,
yeah,
it was just boring, bro. Like, it was just not that fun. You were seeing a lot of upsets, but I don't know. It just wasn't a good year for me. It just was boring to me. Maybe it was because of
honestly,
COVID.
The UCLA Gonzaga game was probably better than the actual final in the tournament.
Yeah,
that game was unreal. I was watching that with all my dorm buddies in a big projector room. We were over there. I mean, we were just going nuts because we had the whole room to ourselves and two giant projectors up. We're just like going crazy because that game was. I mean, we thought after the Juzang layup, we were like, this is going into double OT, and then Jalen Suggs, of course, did what he did, but.
I can't wait till NFL season starts because honestly, like the Yankees suck. The basketball season's over. You know what I'm saying? And the worst part is if we were and we're in the wrong East. You know what I'm saying? Because if we were in y'all East, if we were in the Phillies division, we'd be, I think, in second, maybe out by like a half a game. You guys
would have a fighting chance right now, man. We would be 500, and we're 500, barely won by the skin of our teeth today, and we're 3.5 games back with 21 hours to the trade deadline. So we'll probably make like a couple small moves, and we have the easiest second half schedule. So we could win the division at 500 or maybe better. So
yeah, meanwhile, man. I can't remember our record. I'm not even going to sit here and act like it, but I know we're above 500. And honestly, it feels like our season's already over. Like we barely got 2 games off of the Red Sox. It's just it's tough times, man. It is definitely tough times. And it's I love Aaron Judge. I know this has nothing to do with baseball. This is not a baseball show, but screw it, bro. We're just chilling. You know what I'm saying? We just kicking it back. I got the adult beverage out and everything. We might as well just talk.
Exactly.
I feel like the Yankees just got to move on from a lot of these young dudes, man. Like I'm tired of Aaron Judge. Like he's cool and he seems like a great baseball player. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you build one, that's probably how you would make him look. But man, that whole striking out every other at bat thing, man, is getting old, bro. Like it's getting real old. So
no, and you guys got Stanton out there too, who's also a strikeout king as well. It's just tough when you have guys like that who it's like home run or bust half the time.
Exactly.
You know, because then if they're not hitting home runs, you know, they're home runs. I mean, don't get me wrong, like those can win and lose you a game, but you need those consistent guys in like to fill out the rest of the lineup too. If you're gonna have it, like because now you have Gallo too, who's also like a home run or bust guy. I mean, Rizzo, I'd say I think he's going to pick up in the second half, but like still, you don't know that for sure. It's like you got a lot of power guys in that lineup, and obviously more power comes with more swings and misses too most of the time. So
exactly, and that's the thing. Like I honestly didn't really check in the beginning of the year. I was like, why do we suck right now? And I was talking to my boy who like he's my cheat sheet, right? Like he's the guy that I go to, and I'm like, what's going on? Give me a good breakdown. Let me know what's actually happening. And he said it perfectly. He's like, it sucks when you're a team that's built off to win off of home runs. When you're not hitting home runs, there's nothing else. There's literally nothing else. So our pitching isn't consistent. Our pitching isn't really good, but even when it is, it's not consistently good. So yeah, it's tough. And then Garrett Cole's probably going to get kicked out the freaking league. A lot of these pitchers, which I think is one of the most under talked about things in baseball right now. A lot of baseball might be looking a lot different in a couple years once the MLB is done with their investigations that they're not even really put. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, but a lot of these people, man, are going to get cracked down pretty soon. So the Yankees might be hit pretty hard with some of these pitchers that we overpaid.
There's a guy on the Pirates who his spin rate on his one pitch since the crackdown has gone down dramatically since then. And it's like, they're probably going to look into that stuff.
Yeah, it's going to be bad. I know that Scotty Barnes just went, wow.
Mm-hmm. I guess Suggs 5 now. I mean, we'll see. Maybe he drops. Maybe this is a prize we get.
Wow, Scotty Barnes, Scotty B from the FSC. No, see, if it had like a C in it, that would have been way better. Let's go Birds. It is on pick number 4. Toronto just picked Scotty Barnes. So Nikki Cunningham said, "What's up with Rager and Ertz not passing their conditioning test?" I know like a surface level of it. I don't know if you know more in depth on what happened. I know. I'll say what I know. I guess at least. I know as far as like Jalen Rager, I know he lost a family member, was just mentally and physically, technically not ready to do it, is what I was reading. Obviously didn't know too much about it. And then with Goddard, I just heard it was more of a mental thing. I don't know if you know more of it.
So what I read on Goddard was that it's actually kind of funny. He did the drill wrong that they had him do, and he like went the wrong direction or something. He was like, "Oh," in the middle of the drill, and then he finished it. So if he had known what the drill actually was, he would have been fine. So he just has to do it again or something like that. That's what I read on it. So that's not a big concern. But Rager, I mean, hey, thoughts and prayers out to him. Wish the best for him. That's really sad to hear that's affecting him that much. But and I know this is probably not what we should be focusing on, but I mean, I got to ask you, like, what do you think? Like, if he's not ready week 1, again, like, I know probably shouldn't be focusing on this, but hey, I mean, we are an Eagles channel. I mean, what do you kind of think they do? I mean, my thought process, preseason and training camp are going to determine a lot on who wins the job. But my thought process right now is they're probably going to put out there, if I had to guess, I would say Devontae, Fulgham, and Hightower. I know I like Quez a lot. I think a lot of people do, but I don't know if they want to put him out there in a starting role yet. That's just my thought process on it, though.
Yeah, I like Quez too. I think Quez needs to get out his own way, man. To be honest, I just feel like Quez is, he's often injured. He's not been on the field even this year yet. So, if he can get out of his way, maybe he can prove something. But yeah, I kind of agree with you there. He might not be ready. I would like a John Hightower there. We'll see what J Jaw's doing. Hate to say that. You don't understand how much that hurt my soul to say.
Big body slot receiver, J Jaw. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Maybe somebody like a Jamon Osborne can make something shake, or maybe even a Kenneth Gainwell, can kind of take that spot. But I would probably lean towards John Hightower. He just seems kind of like the next, or Greg Ward. maybe if they want
That's
somebody
true.
that's a
Yeah.
little bit more, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why I didn't think of him at all. But yeah, probably more Greg Ward, either Greg Ward or John Hightower. I would probably lean towards Greg Ward though, just because he's more of a solidified pair of hands. Yeah. But that is, listen, Jalen Reagor is an important piece to the puzzle for the Philadelphia Eagles moving forward. Obviously, your mental health is everything. It's more important than anything. So hopefully he figures that out. But if he's not ready for the first week and it's a physical thing, that's a big problem. That's a big issue. You know what I'm saying? If it's a mental thing, you need some time, then you need some time. It's not something I'm going to sit here and say is right or wrong. But if it's a physical thing, man, that's the NFL. That's your job. You got to get it together at some point.
Yeah, so that's
probably
really for his own good too, because he'd probably get smacked around if he's not physically ready yet. So
yeah, it's sad. I hope that he figures it out, because I'm definitely tired of having to hear people talk about it.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying, people calling us glass and everything. I definitely got already a bunch of like DMs and stuff like that, like, what's going on with your boy Gatto, what's going on with your boy Reagor. I do like the Devils, actually. That's funny that he said that. I am a New Jersey Devils fan. That was the only hockey game I went to when I was young, so
gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? They were nasty too. They were disgusting when I was young.
I mean, they got a tenacious. They play like Devils too. They got a tenacious play style. I mean, it's hockey, but Devils definitely always. Whenever the Flyers play them, it always gets a little chippy. I mean, hockey gets chippy in general, but I mean, like, well, more chippy. So
yeah,
it's
hockey's
nearby
fun
anyway.
to watch. Hockey's very fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. I had like all of my teams were Jersey or Eagles, except for the Yankees. I couldn't really pick there, but. When I like the Nets, they were in Jersey. When obviously the Devils are in Jersey. So I mean, I'm pretty loyal to Jersey, Philly area, right? Like, it's not too far from each other.
Hey, thank God you're an Eagles fan, though.
Exactly. Imagine I was a kid. I couldn't even be. Yeah, I'm on pick 5 now. I still got like a minute, like 40 seconds. What do you got?
I got Magic are on the clock. They got 15 seconds left on mine. They better get that pick in. It's in now. It's in for me.
Oh, so I'm like 15 seconds behind you. That's not bad.
Not bad at all. No. I haven't spoiled any yet either, so I'm doing a good job.
Probably not for this one, Papa Sora. I'm probably like, I don't want to say I don't care about the draft. I just kind of want to see the first 15 picks and see if anything happens with, these major names. So I really don't think we're gonna do like a whole call in, and I know me and Hunter both actually got stuff to do after this. So I fell in love with Brodeur. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. I remember one highlight that made me fall in love with Martin Brodeur. Realistically, the thing that made me like hockey is that my dad brought me to a Devils game, and just I fell in love with it. It was just mad fun. But Martin Brodeur scored a goal, I think, in the playoffs. Like, from his own goal, he scored a goal as a goalie. Serious? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was in the playoffs, and it was pretty sick. Like, from his goal, like, it was an empty goal on the other side, but like, yeah, he like hit it across the whole floor and got a goal. It was the sickest thing I ever saw in my life.
That's awesome. I just got the Magic pick in.
Who is it?
You want to know?
I got it.
You got it.
No, they said it right now. They're saying it right now. Wow. There we go. That wasn't. Yeah, that's not too. So that's. Oh no, except Evan Mobley got picked. So everybody else was a guard.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Honestly, so you got Markelle Fultz, Jalen Suggs, and Cole. Wait, did Markelle get traded? Or is he still there?
I think he's still there. Markelle Fultz is still there.
Yeah, because if so, you got him, Cole Anthony, and you've got Jalen Suggs now on the roster.
See, Nikki says she remembers that. It was an empty net. I'm telling you, you got to look it up. It was crazy. It was she said, I think it was against the Canadians. What's good, IDB? What's up? Yeah, it was dope. Like I said, it was literally like there was nobody in the way of it. Like, it didn't like jump over nobody or go anybody between anybody's legs or anything. But that's pretty sick. Like, I can't remember anybody doing it.
Yeah. I just looked it up. He's the only goalie to be credited with 3 goals. Dang.
Damn, I didn't know he had that many. He's a beast, bro. Martin Brodeur is a beast.
Yeah. 2 regular
they,
season, 1 in the playoffs. So
yeah.
you're right. Yeah.
And they had so many players from, so I'm from Connecticut, right? They had the Hartford Whalers for a long time. The Hartford Whalers had mad players that ended up on the Devils too. So that was kind of like, I think Scott Hall or there was like a couple of players that ended up on the Devils that used to play for the Whalers. So that was also kind of my gateway to liking them.
Gotcha.
The Whalers were disgusting too. The Whalers were nasty.
Yeah. You guys still got the Yard Goats over there in the minor leagues still.
Yeah, shout out to the Yard Goats, man. Shout out to the Yard Goats.
I actually
my cousin actually works for their like social media and like marketing team. Yeah. But like the Hispanic portion of it. It's pretty cool. Gotcha. And she does some dope stuff.
That's super cool. I was just up at Fenway a couple weeks ago, and I think we passed. I want to say we passed Hartford. I want to say we passed there's like the whole city on the way home. I think I saw the stadium in there. You guys got a nice little city there.
It's nice. Yeah, it's supposedly like the nicest stadium in like minor league baseball. Like we won that award a couple times. Yeah, it's a really nice stadium. I mean, there's literally nothing else in Hartford. That's all that's out there. But it's nice. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Dunkin' Donuts outdid themselves. But no, it is pretty cool. It is a nice little stadium. We used to have, so they used to be in like New Britain, which New Britain is like the hood, the Yard, like, and they weren't the Yard Goats. They were the Rock Cats. They were like, and now they're they're the same. They're still the Rock Cats out there, I think, but they're like a whole different affiliation. I think they're in a whole different league now. But so these guys took over. But New Britain is like even worse than Hartford. So Connecticut's weird. Connecticut's a very weird place.
Honestly, yeah. No, I do. You gotta love the minor league names too. I mean, they're wild. Oh my gosh, I just watched Martin, but this dude just flipped it across the ice, like it didn't even hit anyone.
Now you're a Devils fan. You're welcome.
I don't know about that, but
yeah, he's a beast, bro. It's funny with the Yard Goats. We voted on that name. Like they gave us a vote between like a bunch of names. Yeah. And they put that name there. And I think that it was like a troll. I think people were just kidding, you know what I'm saying? And they really picked that name because that's what Connecticut does.
It's better. The Akron's got the Rubber Ducks over there. So I mean,
hey, that's kind of dope. Yeah. That's kind of hard. What, the Rubber Ducks? Go Rubber Ducks. They're not going to bring Bradley Beal ain't going nowhere.
He's coming here. He's coming here. You're right. He's already in Philly. He's not going anywhere.
So what picks do the Sixers have? The Sixers have 28?
28, I believe. I'm not sure. It's so tough because they trade the second round picks get traded so much.
Yeah.
But let me check what they've got. So they have picks 28. Oh, that's just a mock draft for pick 28. Nice. It's not the title side, but yeah, I know we've got pick 28. So.
I know, like I said, I know the Nets have 5 picks overall. We have the 27th, 29th, and then we have the 44th, and then we got 2 other ones in the second round.
How were all those acquired? Were those from like earlier trades? Did the D'Lo trade include that? Was it earlier or?
Yeah, it's a whole, but like we never hold our trade. We never hold our picks. Like we didn't even draft. Most of the people that we got, like we didn't draft Karis LeVert. We just got his rights.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Dinwiddie we drafted, but we drafted him with somebody else's pick. Same thing with Jarrett Allen. A lot of the people I think Joe Harris was our pick. I could be wrong about that, but we always trade our first round pick. That's why I'm not watching. If we're still at 27, like by pick 15 or 16, if we're still at 27, we're either dropping back or just trading our pick altogether. Like that's what we do. We do that every year. And this year I know we're trying to get rid of some cap space. So that's the only reason I feel like we might actually move up. Like I could see them package like a Dinwiddie and our picks and try and move into like the top 20. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Dinwiddie's Dinwiddie's trying to get to free agency so he can get that Bitcoin up so people can bid for him on it, you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
So we have picks after 28, we have picks 50 and 53. So I imagine that won't stay the same by the end of the night. Either they're going to trade up or down or something like that. But, we'll see what happens.
Papa Sora wants to ask you a question. He said, do you see Tyrese Maxey taking over the shooting guard position since it looks like Danny Green won't return and Maxey took over for Green when he was injured?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I feel like for whatever reason they had Korkmaz kind of take over in the starting lineup at least. But I get what you're saying in terms of bench minutes and all that. I don't know. I feel like Maxey can play them 1 and 2 pretty well. So I think it's definitely a possibility. But if Ben Simmons is still here, I don't see Maxey taking those minutes, to be honest. Josh Giddey just gets picked by the Thunder 6th overall from Australia. But I don't think yeah. But I don't, speaking of Ben Simmons, but I don't think they're gonna start Maxey next to Simmons just for the sole fact that they need someone who can score. I feel like I don't know if they need him, but it'd be nice to have someone in the backcourt who can score from the perimeter as well, which I think Maxey can. He's a 3-level scorer, but I still think he needs to get his game up a little bit in those areas. Difference is he's working on his 3-point shot, right? But fun fact, actually last year on draft night, me and my friend did like very minimal research going into draft night, and we saw Maxey had a bad 3-point percentage, and we're like, oh, this guy gets drafted. And we posted our reaction and we got like 1K views on it and a bunch of dislikes. So this year I'm staying out of it. I'm not doing my research at all. I'm like, you know what? I'm not a big enough basketball guy to be mad about it because I obviously was dead wrong on Maxey. He's a good bench player and he could be a starter in the future. So I'm gonna leave it to the Sixers front office this year. So
you said Nesta West said is the Lakers getting Buddy Hield. It doesn't seem like it if they're getting Russell Westbrook. Well, they just got Russell Westbrook, so it doesn't seem like it. Maybe, I mean, I doubt it though. They would be trying to do like what the Nets are doing. The Nets
would take a lot.
Yeah, the Nets' biggest competition right now is injury. If we can beat the trainer's room, you know what I'm saying? If we can beat injury, there's really no stopping the Nets. I really feel like it. Go ahead.
Oh, my bad. I was going to say, like, what do you kind of think about, like, a lot of people bring up that the Nets load managed most of the year. Obviously, I think it was, Kyrie's ankle injury was, he just rolled that, right? That wasn't really like a thing, like, but the Harden hamstring.
You said who's Kyrie?
Kyrie's ankle that was just kind of a roll.
That was right? Kyrie, that was Giannis. Kyrie, that was Giannis over here up chucking him. But go ahead,
But in terms of like the injury concerns with Harden and all that, and just in general too, how much of an impact do you think the load managing kind of plays on that? Do you think that's like a little bit too far fetched, or do you think that's something that you wish the Nets would clean up? I think it was reasonable with KD because he hadn't played. I mean, you kind of have to load manage him a little bit.
I think to a certain extent it did have a role in it. I think they overdid it. I feel like there was a point in the end of the season where you had to just kind of, all right, we're in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like time to be a team and figure out, and not just for the stars, but also for the guys that were going to be in those roles. Because, people like Mike James went from playing like 15 minutes a game to like not even seeing the floor. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you can't ask people like that to just come in cold in the playoffs. So I feel like there had to be some set type of there had to be some organization. You know what I'm saying? There really was no organization. So I'm not mad at the load management part of it. I'm more upset that they weren't prepared. They weren't prepared for any injury, let alone there to be 2 injuries. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
Like next year, if you're gonna tell me that they're gonna load manage, I'm cool with that. Just do it right. You know what I'm saying? Do it the smart way. Make sure that you're towards the end of the year, especially in the second half after the All-Star break, try and figure it out. Try and figure out what your team's going to be in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to go you got to at least go 8 or 9 deep. You know what I'm saying? At least until you get to the actual championship. And we weren't doing that. We were just relying on KD and just leaving the same people out there. So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, realistically, if Joe Harris didn't suck, we probably still would have made the championship. If I'm being real, Joe Harris, through that whole series,
bad down the stretch.
It was annoying, man. It was so annoying. All right, hold on. Nikki, it should have came. If it didn't come, I'll check on it once I get off here, and I'll let you know what's up. But I'll definitely check on that shirt. Definitely should have came by now, though. I'm gonna check on it.
I gotta get me one of those shirts.
He had a question, but where was it? All right.
Yes.
He said, I have a question to Hunter. Who's your favorite player on the Sixers, and who's your favorite Nets player? I think he's talking to me for the Nets. Yeah.
Second part. I would hope the second part is for you. So favorite. I mean, obviously, it's got to be my guy Embiid, number one. Just because, like, went through the process with him, didn't watch him for 2 whole years, and then he comes out and just puts on a show. And obviously, MVP candidate this season, so he's the man. But I mean, that's kind of a boring answer. So I guess outside of him, I mean, I've always been a big Shake Milton guy because I was really hyped when we drafted him. And I remember Brett Brown said one year, he said, Shake's a guy who can bring off the bench and he can make a shot anytime we need him to, even if he's coming off the bench cold. And while I wasn't a big Brett Brown fan, I kind of latched on to Shake Milton. He had a 40-point game against the Clippers one time. And then from there, I mean, my friends bought me a cream color jersey. So I'm kind of a Shake Milton stan at this point. And I was at the game too this year against the Hawks, where he started going ballistic and hitting 3 after 3 after 3. So big Shake Milton guy, but I know he didn't have a great year this year. But
I like that name. That's a pretty cool name, Shake Milton.
Shake and bake, baby.
My favorite Sixers player is Ben Simmons. I think Ben Simmons is a lifer. Yeah, that's who it got to be.
Now, my favorite Nets player is Joe Harris. There, he's the guy evening it up now.
Imagine
that doesn't even it up. Ben's terrible, but
really, all right. Imagine this: if Ben Simmons was on the Nets and Joe Harris was on the Sixers, I think both teams would have probably both would have been better for it. At least this year. I mean, I talk junk about Joe Harris, but that's because we kind of asked him to be the main scorer. He at least scores, you know what I'm saying? He at least shoots the ball. He sucks on defense. I'm not gonna lie. So maybe it would have just helped us. It probably wouldn't have helped y'all that much. I'm not gonna say it and try, but it is what it is. But for the Nets, look, I've been a KD fan since he was in college, if I'm being 100% honest. I've always liked KD, and maybe it's because I don't like LeBron, so I kind of latched on to KD early. So I mean, KD's the easy answer for me. But if I'm going deeper than that, I'm gonna say Nick Claxton, man. Nick Claxton's that dude. I'm telling you, he's gonna come out. Mike James is probably a close third, but I like the underdogs, man. I like the guys that nobody talks about. So Nick Claxton's like KD light. You know what I'm saying? Just better defense. So that's who I'm going with. I'm going with Nick Claxton.
Yeah.
Look him up. And then look up Mike James too, but look them both up. Jonathan Kuminga.
You gotta love we got Kuminga here for the Warriors. And dude, the Warriors are heating up, are stacking up right now. I mean, I don't know how good this pick will end up being, but they've certainly got a lot of guys in there who are supposed to be. Well, they got him and Wiseman, and obviously hope if Clay comes back and is even half of what he was. I mean, looking nice next year. Looking nice.
It's crazy because I heard a lot of rumors that they were looking to drop this pick off. They were trying to maybe trade it for like a veteran. So I guess they weren't able to get nobody.
Hey, still could. I mean, that's the thing about NBA draft night is like.
True. That's how the Nets get some of their players. We just be like, oh, we'll take him off your hands.
Yeah.
I wish you were the Nets coach. You can have Ben. If we were to trade for Ben, I would give you guys like Joe Harris. And then you'd have to give us like a second round pick. And then, I would do it.
The nice thing is you guys would actually use him at the 4 where he probably should have been all along.
Exactly.
Works out best for both sides. And by both sides, I mean Ben and the Nets, not the Nets and the Sixers.
Now, my question is, do you think that Ben is do you think that Ben is really the problem though? Or is it what your expectations are of him? Like, if you don't expect him to be that number one guy, I mean, he's elite at what he does.
Yeah, he is. I mean, I think regardless of which spot he's at, I mean, this is a guy who's the number 1 overall pick, right? He was supposed to be, he's supposed to be an elite player. He's supposed to be a guy who can power us through that. At least that I expected. I'll be honest, Joe, in the back of my mind, I'm like, man, if we play the Nets, like Ben Simmons is going to hear it when we lose that series. Like I didn't want to say it, but like I thought we were going to lose in the Eastern Conference Finals. Obviously, the adrenaline rush once we got into the playoffs, and I'm like, this team could go all the way. Like they did have a realistic chance at making it to the finals this year, I think. But I did think that you guys or the Bucks were going to be a little bit too much for us. But I didn't think Ben Simmons was going to lose to the Hawks and end up stalling out like he did those last 4 games of the series. I did not see that coming. I really thought, because he had been even in game 3, he wasn't good in the first half, but then second half he just turned it up in the third quarter, and we're like, okay, continue doing that. It's opening up things for the rest of the team. It helps a lot. When you're not doing that, the rest of this team suffers because we obviously they can clog the middle because they know Ben's not going there. If he does, I mean, then you can kick it out to Seth. Then you can kick it out to Danny, who obviously got hurt. But, then you have Embiid, who's trying to get in the middle. And, when Ben is sitting out on the perimeter or even just standing in the dunker spot, there's nowhere to go for him. So it's and you can't expect the big man to close out games. I know a lot of people say, well, what about Joel Embiid's over 7? I'm like, I mean, in my opinion, you just can't expect the big man to be able to close out games. You need one of those perimeter guys, in my opinion. So, again, it comes back to why everyone's so intrigued. But obviously, Dame is Dame, but why everyone's so intrigued by Dame, because he's a closer. Even with Ben's struggles, they needed someone down the stretch of those games, and Ben didn't even want to take a wide open dunk. So yeah. I think he's part of it. I think Doc Rivers is part of it. I mean, going that deep into the bench, at some point you got to cut the bench down, and also, not taking them out at the right time like that. The reason we blew that 26-point lead, part of it was that Doc Rivers kept the bench in so long. I mean, his rotations were crap. Doc Rivers, there's a lot of stuff he's got to fix. But I think Ben Simmons is definitely the primary part to blame, because if he makes his free throws, we're probably not talking about losing to the Hawks in that second round. I mean, that's end of story.
Yeah, I was surprised with that 26-point lead. I think that's where it all ended. Win or lose in that series, I think that's where it ended with you guys and Ben.
You saw Twitter that day, Joe. You saw Twitter.
Yeah. It was crazy. I didn't even want to troll. That's how bad I felt. I was like, I'm not even gonna say nothing. I'm gonna let these guys have it.
I felt so bad. Philly Notion he trolled me that day. And I was just I was in my field, so I was like, Notion, you just won't ever understand, man. I got so, but Notion's chill. I knew I could say that to him because I knew he wouldn't take it personally or anything. But I was so upset that day. But I was gonna say before we had the pick is in for the Magic, but I was gonna say with KD, you being a fan of him since college, I still remember that the one shot from this year's playoffs that sticks out for me is just him putting up, I think it was the game 5 game where he put up however many points he did, and him just going back in transition, backpedaling, just that one. I wasn't even cheering for you guys, but that just got me juiced up. I'm like, KD's
a beast. People hate on KD so much, and I get that he went to a different team to whatever, he went and he's a snake, whatever. I don't care about that, bro. That's the NBA now. It is what it is. Yeah. What was he gonna do? Just be trash for the rest of his career? It is what it is. In 5-10 years, nobody's gonna remember that. Literally, in 10 years, nobody's gonna say, well, he won his championship because of this. The next generation is gonna say he got 2 MVPs, he got X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? That's what's gonna be remembered.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, bro, I do not care. People make excuses for so many superstars. KD gets no excuses. KD literally gets roasted for every decision he makes. And he is a little bit soft on social media. But honestly, it's funny. It's funny. I don't care. And when the game's on the line, he's not afraid. He might not be the most clutch in the world, but he's not afraid. You know what I'm saying? So I got nothing but respect for him, man. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? He dropped 48 in game 7. There was nobody that could tell me that he lost us that series. There's no way. You know what I'm saying? There was so many play. I blame that series. One, on injuries. I think that was the main thing. If we weren't injured, we probably would have won that in 5 or 6. If I'm being real. If we had even if we didn't have James Harden, if we had just Kyrie, or if we just had James Harden, one of the two, we're winning that in 6. People gonna hate on this. I won't put him 2. I'll put him 3. But number 2, I'll say is Steve Nash. Steve Nash was number 2 for me. He was the second reason why we lost. And then number 3 was the refs, man. The refs. the refs were killing us that whole series.
They were
man.
bad.
It was, and I know that it was tough for y'all too, but like, man, Giannis is my most hated player now because all he does is just like he charges up and then he just runs, and it's like it's so annoying watching him play.
Man. Halfback dive.
Yeah, it's so annoying watching him play. That junk killed me, man. But yeah. What did we miss? We missed
Franz Wagner went 7, I want to say, to the Magic. Hold on, let me check. I'll get us up to speed.
I think you're right.
I think it says
no. He went to 8. He went to 8.
You went 8. Okay, so we didn't miss a pick.
Yeah, so Franz Wagner went to Orlando at 8.
Okay. That's right, because Kuminga went 7 to the Warriors. Yeah.
Oh, James Bouknight might not go in the top 10. This is probably where Alfred Sengun is going to go.
You think?
Probably,
just out of need for a center.
Yeah, Sacramento needs a center.
Yeah. Next to they got Bagley. Well, they're looking to sell a lot too, I heard. Obviously Hield's on the market. I feel like Hield is always on the market though. Yeah. And it's a shame because like if you have Fox, Hield, I don't know how well Bagley's doing, but you got Bagley, and then if you add the dude from Turkey, I mean, I feel like some teams. I just feel like some teams will never be good, no matter who they add. Like Sacramento Kings, they just feel like that team. I feel like they've had so many good players in their history, and they just suck no matter what. Yeah, I was gonna say the Knicks, but they did get the 4 seed in a weak East this year, but
very weak East.
Yeah, outside of the top 3, I mean,
they should have got swept in the first round.
Yes, they were out there partying like they won the World Series when they or won the NBA Finals when they won the one game against.
Seriously, I was like, this is how you know you guys are gonna lose. You guys act like you've never been there before.
Yeah, that it made for a lot of good content though, so I'm thankful for it. I was rewatching, a bunch of people were like tweeting it out, like reminiscing, like them all saying, "Go New York, go New York, go," and then they lose the next 3 games in a row.
Yeah, they don't know how to act, man. They do not know how to
act. Knicks fans are a special bunch. Man, I wonder if Davion Mitchell goes here. He's one guy I know just from the Baylor run.
I don't know why people delete their comments.
So then you can't pull them up.
Yeah, I was like trying to look at it, and I'm like, no, like somebody left a comment on one of the videos, and then when I went to go look at it, it said it wasn't there or whatever. We just chilling, watching the draft a little bit. We'll probably go like another maybe like 10, 20 minutes or so, and then hop off. I just wanted to see the first like 10 picks or so. Talk to my boy, Hunter, see if any of these trades pop off, but it don't look like it. It don't look like it.
Ready to burn that Ben jersey as soon as traded.
We are watching it. It's just, I mean, I don't know. None of these picks are exciting me right now. I ain't gonna cap. I want to see a trade.
The people ask questions, we got to answer, man.
Yeah, facts. There you go. Didn't you just call for Davion Mitchell?
I did, yeah.
Won 3 national defensive player. Damn.
Sheesh. Yeah, they're prepping for Buddy Hield to go, or Fox, or both. Jeez.
Nickname Off Night.
And I know defense. I know Jadis is going to get mad at us for not talking NBA draft, but I mean, thoughts on training camp the first couple days? We got some content now. Yeah,
I mean, hey, it's good to have football back. I'm a little bit worried about some of these, holdouts. I won't say injuries just yet. Obviously, Brandon Brooks today, leaving practice while they're saying it's not that big. It is. I don't care. I don't care if he scratched his toe. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if he has.
He's not playing the preseason with that scratch.
Exactly. Yeah. I get a little nervous about him. Honestly, I'm starting to really feel like we might just have to trade him, man. We might just have to figure out something and get the value out of him while we can. Because if he gets hurt, we can't keep going through this. You know what I'm saying? We really can't. And I think Jack Driscoll could step in.
Yeah. Driscoll's a good player. And you got Herbig too. I mean, Herbig's still there.
Yeah.
And I mean, you got Jalen's Alabama center, not Dickerson, but Pierschbacher, who's another guy who they're saying could steal a spot. I mean, I believe he can play the guard spot. So maybe he makes a run. Who knows? I mean, there's some options there. But my one friend was saying in our group chat from Philly Insider, he was saying, like, dude, like at some point the front office is gonna have to, he was saying the same thing, like front office is gonna have to think about it because like that talent's not doing anything if it's on the bench. And he has trade value, obviously, and it's like you can't cut him because he's gonna that's a lot of dead cap, and you're already paying like 29% is dead cap this year or something like that. Like that's the most percentage of a team that's paying to people. Obviously, Wentz is a big portion of that, but like most of the team is paying to guys who aren't on the roster anymore. So, it's something you gotta think. You can't cut them, but if you can work out a deal, maybe it's something you got to think about. But hopefully he plays the season. We aren't even talking about that because it's a shame because when we paid him his contract, it was only the one season-ending injury he had, and he had made it through most of 2019 when we paid him the extension. So it's like there was reason to give him it. It's a shame after that he's had 2 injuries since then. So
yeah, 2 big
I don't
ones.
know. Yeah.
I hope that they can figure it out. It's just annoying because at this point, I feel like a lot of Eagles fans are ready. I don't want to say to be bad, but we understand that this is a building year. This is a tooling year.
Yeah, right.
Dave Spadaro told me I'm not allowed to use the word rebuild. That's not, you can't use that in the NFL. So I'm trying to come up with different verbs for adjectives for it, I should say. So we know that we're not going to be the greatest.
Year.
Yeah, we're getting it back together, right? We know we're not going to be the greatest of teams, but so I'm down to like get rid of some of these guys that are going to give us value, man. Like start really looking towards the future. And man, it would really suck if you go 8 weeks, 9 weeks, kind of like with Ertz. Like we had some calls last year, apparently. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. We had some calls last year for Ertz, and then he got hurt.
Yeah.
So it's like I would hate for that to happen with Brooks.
Yeah.
Is that we're like, all right, yeah, maybe we can move on from Brooks, and then boom, he's hurt, and you're stuck paying for him, and can't find a trade partner now because he's quote unquote damaged goods. Then he comes to the next training camp blonde, and it's just a whole poop show.
Yeah, that was wild when I saw the pictures of him shot. And like Brandon Brooks, it's not a question of his talent. I mean, it's not. The man's given up 4 sacks in his time as an Eagle. He is world better than what we thought we were getting when he came from the Texans. But I'm not a guy who's willing to hold on to Barnett. So that makes my case better. I guess nice. But I mean Barnett, I think at this point, let's see what he does on the 5th-year option. Same with Brooks. Like I'm not saying to trade Brooks yet, but at some point it's like, yeah, I consider it. So if he keeps getting hurt, but then at some point, like you said, like people aren't going to be interested if he's hurt, if he gets another season-ending injury. So who knows? I don't think we're going to trade him anytime soon, but just food for thought.
So proposed trade too. What's that mean? So the Pelicans just picked up Zaire Williams, but it says proposed trade to. You saw that?
No, where's the proposed trade to?
I don't know. It says like proposed trade to the Grizzlies. I don't know what that means.
Oh, wow.
Did they get the pick from the Grizzlies, maybe?
Look it up on Twitter real quick. See what we got. Zaire. Yeah, the Grizzlies just tweeted out, or the Grizzlies G League team just tweeted out that they picked Zaire Williams.
Well,
yeah, so he'll head to
Memphis. From 17? Or they moved back to 17? Oh, no, because, so the Pelicans were
on the clock.
And they moved up, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense. There we go. Oh, I guess the Nets ain't moving up to 17.
So no Book Knight in the top 10.
Good. He should. I mean, I shouldn't say good. I should say good. Go UConn. I don't like that proposed trade too. Why do you put that? Like, just say traded from or something like that.
It sounds like it's like a temporary like they could propose this trade to
Yeah,
get
like
Zion.
did it
You know what I
happen or
mean?
not?
Like that sounds like in Madden, I'm like thinking about making a trade for someone.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you accept this trade?
Man, were you big on UConn during that Natty run? Because I know in one of my I like the bandwagon college teams because I don't watch a lot of college. Like I don't have any
Well, which
local teams,
one?
but the one where they were the 8 seed was the one I was on.
Oh,
I was on the hype train.
with Kemba. Yeah,
Napier.
we were
I thought it was
disgusting.
Napier and Boatwright, right?
Oh yeah, so the second time,
Yeah,
yeah. What was
yeah.
that? What
8
number were
seed.
we with?
Mm-hmm.
What
Because I
number were we
remember
with? Kemba.
you
I
guys
thought
beat
that was the
St.
8th seed.
Kemba. I forget what run that was.
I thought he was the 8th seed for some reason. I don't know why. But no, yeah, I remember that one with Napier, Shabazz. Shabazz was the man. Shabazz wasn't even eating in college, he said. He said he couldn't even afford to eat.
Really?
He said his like freshman year, he barely could afford to eat some days that he wouldn't even eat.
Man, loves the game.
But yeah, he was a beast, bro. I love that dude, man. Him and Kemba. It was crazy though because Kemba's run was insane. Kemba's run, like they literally, like we had to win everything. Like Kemba could not lose for like 2 weeks straight. I think it was like he had to win the whole Big East tournament, and then he had to win the whole NCAA tournament. That one was crazy. And then we beat Florida. I'll never forget that. The Shabazz's was like crazy too. But we had a really good team, and I feel like people just slept on us because we had Jeremy Lamb. I think we had Jeremy Lamb. We had obviously Boatwright, but we had another Purvey. I think his name was Rodney Purvey.
Yeah, Rodney Purvey.
He was a beast. Like we had a lot of good players back then, so people just slept on us, to be honest.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, honestly, I mean, I remember you going back to the Kemba thing too. I remember Cardiac Kemba versus Pitt. That's the one I'll always remember. I mean, that I remember I was a Kemba fan ever since then. Not so much anymore because he was on the Celtics, but I mean, you know, Kemba's just he's a joy to watch. And that I remember they beat didn't they beat was it Kentucky? They beat someone else, didn't they?
In that year, I think it was Kentucky.
Was Shabazz?
Oh, it was Shabazz. Yeah, I think it was. I know we beat a really good team. With Shabazz, we beat a lot of teams we probably weren't supposed to.
Yeah.
But it was fun, man. It was fun being a UConn fan for a while. And then you had the women. The women were ridiculous.
Unreal.
The women was just ridiculous. Like,
yeah.
It was fun to watch at times, but there was a point where it just got kind of like, why am I even going to games? Like, it was fun when we were going undefeated all year and the games were won by like 10, maybe 15, you know what I'm saying? But then we started blowing out, teams by like 50, 40. It was like, all right, I'm not going to go to any more regular season games. We'll just wait till the tournament.
We had a family friend who his daughter played basketball at Vanderbilt. Her name was Christina Fogarty, and she was really good. I think she was like one of the leading scorers in the SEC one year. Like she was insane. And they were the 8 seed in the second round. So they won their 8 and 9 game. And then they had to play UConn the next round. And I was younger. So I was like real excited. I'm like, I had always been growing up on like the underdog mentality and all that. So I'm like, here we go. Vanderbilt about to beat up on UConn. And this is like right when UConn was starting their road to dominance. And they lost by 30. And I just remember sitting there like almost crying, I was so sad. No, they were unreal though. Brianna Stewart and
Brianna Stewart was
Mosqueda Lewis.
Brianna Stewart was unfair. She's nasty in the league too, but she was unfair, bro. Like she was, that was just scary. She was a scary ass chick. I ain't gonna cap.
Yeah.
And we had all the goats, except for maybe Cheryl Swoops.
Right.
There's a couple girls that didn't go to Skylar Diggins was nasty. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's a couple females that aren't that are good, that are considered goats that didn't go to UConn, but we got most of them. Like most of them went through us. Diana Taurasi, Sue Bird, all the female goats went through UConn.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, for real. And I mean, Gino Auriemma, man, is going to go down as one of the all-time great college basketball coaches for sure. No doubt about it.
I want to see him go to like the men's side for just 1 year, just for like not even for 1 year, for like a good run for like 3 or 4 years. Really give him some time, see what happens. Like, and I wish it didn't count against his career, but I know that it would. So I know he probably never would do that, but I just want to see what would happen because, I mean, I don't know what it is about him. I really don't.
Yeah.
Like, does he just get the best players, or is he really just the best coach?
Yeah,
it's hard to know.
Recruiting comes with it too. So I mean, he's got to be good at recruiting and all that too. But speaking of women's basketball, have you seen that Disney series Big Shot by chance?
Nah.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's with John Stamos is the head coach of this high school girls basketball team. Gotta watch it. The storylines are endless, man. Not a real, no, it's not real. It's a Disney Plus show. But it's a good show though. It's me and my friend were like cranking. We're probably watching a chick flick show. Yeah, Uncle Jesse. We're probably like the only guys that were watching it, to be honest. But we were watching. We're like, this is a good show. But
yeah, he said Pat Summitt could have killed it in the NBA. Yeah, she was nasty. Well, Becky Hammond, she's about to be an NBA coach pretty soon.
Yeah, I heard about that.
James Bouknight, baby.
Yes, sir. He's dripped out.
The Hornets just have something about the UConn guards. That's what it is.
So he'll play there for a few years, and then they'll get the 8 or 7 seed because they won't have any team around him, and then they'll end up letting him go, and then and then he'll come to Brooklyn.
James, I don't know why. I mean, this is, I guess, a decent spot for him.
Yeah.
But I think he has like a 30% three-point shot, and he's a guard. He's a shooting guard. How can you not shoot as a shooting guard?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of twos who can't shoot from the perimeter. That's just me. That's why I wasn't big on the Maxey pick, but he definitely ended up playing more point. So, does Ken Bouknight play the point, or
Cole Anthony's their point, isn't he?
I think I think the Magic have Cole Anthony, right?
That's what I'm saying. Isn't he their point? Oh no, you're right. You're right. My bad.
Right?
You're right. You're my bad. They've got the same color. It threw me off. I mean, I guess
they're both lower tier teams. So I mean,
yeah, he's not really like a playmaker. I don't remember him on UConn really passing the ball.
They've got LaMelo on there, so I guess he will play the two.
He'll probably just be more of a catch and shoot guy. He can't shoot.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to you, James Bouknight. Go UConn.
He's got the best I mean, that Hornets announcer. I don't know if you've heard him before, but I mean, he's gonna have some nasty highlight reels at the least. So
yeah, he be getting hype. That dude be getting hype, man.
Unbelievable. on like
he
a
just
deep
passed
3-point
the
shot.
ball. You know, it's great. Speaking of UConn, the Eagles just picked up a UConn player, Obi.
Yeah,
I can't say his last name. I need to get him on the show, man. Nobody from Connecticut ever shows love, even though he's from London, but he went to UConn, so that's Connecticut.
If we since we interviewed Ifatu, I didn't want to say this in the comments or anything on the post because, like, you know, it's his brother, but I really wanted to comment, nice Howie, the wrong Melifonwu, because I really wanted I really wanted Ifatu Melifonwu in the draft this year. And especially when he fell in round 3, I was like, Howie, go out and trade into the back of the 3rd round. But I was like, I'm not going to say anything. I just said it, but I mean,
he said, I just said it. So, hey. Yeah, he's upset. Rand Philly fan. This is his first rant, though.
I don't blame him. I mean,
on this channel.
They lost on purpose for all those years, and this is the result we get is 2nd round exits every year. Nah, fam, not happening.
I think Richie's singing to you. Yeah. There you go.
Love it, Richie. Richie's always got the jokes in the chat, man.
All right, so we'll go probably like 2 more picks, and then I'm probably gonna head out of here. I gotta handle some stuff. But I really just wanted to see if you guys moved up. If you guys do move up or something, me and you are gonna reconnect, and we'll record something for everybody.
Yeah,
but I doubt that anything's gonna happen, man.
Yeah, you were hoping to get that reaction on live for me tonight if Ben got traded or something.
That's all I wanted. Is that too much to ask?
See
I
me
really
running
like that
around my
Kai Jones
basement.
is falling.
Yeah. And Turkey guy
That's
hasn't been picked either.
that's kind of who I'm waiting for, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. We'll see
If
if
he doesn't, if he falls,
let's see if Pop can redeem himself after what a poor showing it's been for the USA basketball team as of late.
yeah, we're like, what is going on with them? That is the craziest.
I'm like,
Like, that is the craziest.
I usually just watch and I'm like, yeah, let's go. Cause it's all alley oops and all that. And I'm like, getting ready for the Olympics. I'm like, I'm gonna have to buy one of those blue jerseys. Like those ones look nice. And if I get a Dame or Beal one, I can play it off like, hey, I didn't get a Sixers one. I got it in case. I'm after how they've been playing, I'm like, I don't know if I want to get one in this memorable year. They're still the blue jerseys, I think, are still fire, but
He said, please tell me you talked about Jalen Rose's suit. Okay,
I
where is
saw it at
Jalen
the
Rose?
beginning.
Which one is he on?
I saw him on the like pre-draft show. I'm not sure if he's on the channel I'm watching right now, but
yeah, because I'm on ESPN, I think.
Vic 3 made a comment about Nnamdi Asomugha.
Nnamdi. I saw me and my girl are trying to do like a background. She's a photographer, so my girl's always like trying to set up like how she thinks the background should look, and you know what I'm saying. She's into all that stuff, so I let her have fun with it. But she wants to do like a ESPN covers, like a background with all the Eagles ESPN covers. And I say that to say this: one of them was Nnamdi Asomugha, and me and her were looking at him, and she's like, "What about this one, babe?" And I look at the little like quotation, not even the picture. I forget what the picture even was, but in the little blurb it said Nnamdi Asomugha, and I was like, that just got me so pissed off. Like she was like, "I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry." I was like, that just got me so pissed off, yo.
Dude, I remember going up to Lehigh where they had training camp back when I was a little kid. I remember because I'm obviously younger, but I remember going up there the year we signed Nnamdi Asomugha. And obviously as a kid, I heard about this on the news a ton. And I go to training camp. I'm like, Dad, please, I want this Nnamdi jersey. I want this Nnamdi jersey. And he's like, all right. I got you, fam. So he bought it for me.
He said, I got you, fam.
And
Did
it's
your
like,
dad say,
yeah,
I got you, fam.
Verbatim. Nah. He's like, if that's what you really want, Hunter, we'll get it for you. So he got it, but he bought it, and then I was like super hype, and I still have it in my closet. But I just let my sister wear it whenever, because obviously she's a girl, so she's it's a kid's size, so obviously she's a little bit smaller than I am because I'm a guy. Yeah. But so I just let her wear it whenever there's like a big Eagles playoff game or something, and it works out because she doesn't know who he is, and I don't want to wear it anymore. So
yeah, I have like a bunch of Carson stuff I got to figure out. Like I have a Carson T-shirt. I have 2 Carson jerseys. One of them I'm not gonna give up, just because I wore it during the Super Bowl. So I wore this one. I wore the Selleck jersey during the first half.
Mm-hmm.
Did I? No, I'm lying. So I wore the Wentz jersey during the first half, and then I wore the Selleck jersey during the second half. So that's it. Like I'm probably gonna end up.
Signify that turning the page from Wentz to Foles, I see.
I guess so. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. I just was like, I was getting mad nervous, and I was like, this isn't the jersey I was supposed to wear. I was like, geeking. I was like, this is like ruining our chances. I gotta put on the Selleck jersey. I'm messing us up. But so yeah, I'm probably gonna end up framing that Wentz jersey just because of the. It sucks. Like it is what it is. I talk so much junk about Wentz, but it sucks to lose a quarterback you thought was going to be a franchise guy. But
yeah, it does.
What it is.
Especially because he did a lot of stuff in the community with all the foundations he had and everything. Like he was a likable guy for sure. So it's a shame, but I still I wore my Wentz jersey for when he was here. I wore it every Sunday. So it's especially when that Super Bowl year happened, I'm very superstitious about it. This year, I'm switching my game day jersey. I've decided is going to be the Miles for now. I feel knowing me, we'll probably lose him or not pay him or something. So it's probably only useful for a little bit, but I'm gonna go with that for this year. But no, like the Wentz jersey, I'll keep it around. Like people are still gonna be wearing them at the games too, because like so many people had them. So we all gotta get the Devontae one soon.
Yeah, that's probably the one I'm gonna rock with. I'm probably gonna get, like, if they put that out on the Kelly Green, they probably got it. I'm gonna see what they got. I gotta cop some new stuff. Yeah. I definitely need his stuff. But Papa Sir said, Dad said straight up, I got you. He said, I got you. G, don't fret. That's where it's at. But yeah, man, my guy is dropping, and there's a couple guys that are dropping. Nobody's picking up centers.
ESPN still got Kai Jones ranked 9th on their list, so never know.
Yeah, Alfred Sengun. Let's get him, baby.
Like the pronunciation.
You like that?
Yeah.
I've been working on it.
We went from turkey guy to saying his name now.
Jalen Johnson's pretty good.
They had that one Illinois guard. I mean, he probably would have boosted his stock if he didn't ruin my bracket and lose in the second round. But he's Ayo Dosunmu, I think he's supposed to fall in the second round, but he's another name to watch.
He said, I enjoy those trivia. Yeah, I got to get back on it. There's been so much going on. I didn't feel like people were really loving it. So I was like, maybe we shouldn't do it. We'll bring it back. We'll figure something out. I want to have, content, like me and Hunter are working on some stuff behind the scenes and everything, but we're bringing a lot of content to the channel, so we'll get some stuff going. I want to definitely get some cool stuff going. I was even thinking, and while I got you, like, these are the diehards, right? You guys are the day ones that come and watch whatever we put out. So I might as well ask y'all while I got y'all here. I was thinking of doing, because I want to stream the games, obviously. You know what I'm saying? So I'll stream the first half and the second half and do the play-by-plays. But I was thinking of getting my boys that do music to do maybe music during the halftime shows or something. Because I don't watch none of the halftime shows. You know what I'm saying? I don't like them shits. I usually just come on YouTube and talk to people. So I was thinking maybe doing something like that just as entertainment during the halftime. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Maybe we'll do something like that. I want it to be I want this to be a hub. I want people to not have to change the channel. You know what I mean? Ever.
Right.
That's my goal.
Exactly. Are you thinking of going down to any games this year?
Yes, I'm thinking of going to a lot, and that's another reason why I want to. That's why I'm bringing on people, and I want to get mad content. I want this to be that spot. You know what I'm saying? But people that I trust and that what I'm saying I rock with. That's why you were the first person me and Brandon talked to, because what I'm saying, we've worked together so many times, so it was just natural. But I want to get some people that I trust, and we could just build it into an empire, because I definitely want to go to a lot of games. I know I'm going to a lot of games, and I know a lot of, because of the draft that we did, I have a lot of friends from different teams. So I already set it up for Atlanta that I can meet up with the content creators that I worked with. Obviously, we all know Dylan. So but in Detroit. Detroit has Woodward Sports, and one of my really good friends that did the draft with me, and he has his own podcast and everything. I'm gonna go out there, work with him, and I'm gonna try and go to every different spot and try and work with their content creators in their own home turf. And then Tampa, my girl's friend or something is big in the media out here, so I'm trying to set something up that I can do something possibly down here when we play the Eagles. So I'm trying to be. I'm telling you, Hunter, I'm telling you, I never lie, but you can ask Brandon. Everything I've said, what I'm saying, it sounded crazy when I said it, but it comes true. We gonna blow this up. It's gonna go crazy. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, man. He said, yeah, do music during the halftime or a group call in. That would be dope. That would actually be dope too. And we could even utilize multiple channels. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry to imagine everyone during a bad first half. I can't believe Jalen Hurts is still on the field right now. It's funny now, but I know I'll be at halftime and stuff. I know I'll be saying the same on all that. Like
The
Nick
call-in
Sirianni
would
never
be-
should have been hired.
And it would have to be so quick too, because you got like
Yeah.
10 minutes during halftime, so people would be like, "No, yeah, I hate him. All right, well, next caller. No, yeah, I hate him too. All right, well, next. No, I hate him even more. That would be hilarious. That would be hilarious.
Oh man.
Nah, but I do appreciate everybody that's watching. Like we said, this was just a random. We're both watching. We both got like an hour and a half to kill. Why not hop on the live?
Yeah.
Hunter's my homie. Hunter's like a bro, so yeah, I'm glad he could come on. But yeah,
Hey,
Chris
just like my dad said. Just like my dad said, I got you, G.
Yeah, exactly. Just like I got you, G. Don't fret. He said, "Watch out. You know who is still your eye." Oh, here we go. Don't do it, Kev. Don't do it, Kev. Yeah, no, but I want to do the music, man. I think that would be dope. I think that would definitely be dope. I want to like do something different. That's like,
Yeah.
Like when I hopped on this YouTube stuff, that was my whole like y'all crazy. Papa say y'all crazy. That was my whole like mindset is just like I want to do something that nobody on, you know what I'm saying? Like you do all those interviews, you know what I'm saying? Like that's totally different from what people do. So I just always wanted to do something different.
Yeah.
Dad just dabbing up a young Hunter. Like he was like that. You want that?
I wanted to dab.
I don't even know what your father looks like, but I have an image in my head of a Hunter senior, just like you want a Namdi jersey? Dab. I got you. G, don't fret. That's just hilarious. That is hilarious.
That's what I'm going to be known for every time I come back on here now.
Exactly. It's I got you, G. Don't fret. That's going to be your intro. I'm going to make a little intro for you.
Once I do my first solo video on here, guys, make sure to comment, I got you, G. Don't fret.
Yeah, exactly.
You get it. Everyone else will be confused, but everyone from draft night will remember. So
exactly. That'll be our just little insider joke. That's hilarious. I got you, G. Don't fret.
Philly insider joke. Golden State up again. Dang. I didn't know they had the 14th pick, too.
Jonathan Kuminga. So, Schmitz, you talked about taking a swing on one, going safe.
But yeah, we're gonna do some crazy stuff for this channel this year. For everybody that's in here though, couple announcements. We have Philly 500 on Monday at 8:00. We have Chris McPherson Saturday at 12:00. Lord Brunson, me and him are talking. I'm gonna try and push him to come on with me on Monday. Maybe that'll happen. Me and Joey Shakes have been like that close to just hopping on a live randomly, but we're trying to actually like plan something out so you guys know when it's gonna happen. But me and Joey are gonna work very soon. Me and RB have talked a lot. We're going to be working soon. Hunter's going to be on some of these with me, so you'll definitely be seeing Hunter. But we have a lot of stuff coming up for the channel, so I appreciate everybody that's rocking. But Hunter, I think this is going to end it up for me. I think I think I'm about over this draft. I'm not going to lie, it's kind of getting boring. But it was fun talking to you, bro. It was definitely fun. Hey. I appreciate you coming on here. Is there anything you want to say before you get out of here, bro?
Hey, appreciate you having me as usual. It's fun to come on here and just chill, honestly. I mean, like I forget his name. Whoever said that we weren't watching the draft. Hey, I mean, this is just a chill live stream. So appreciate you guys for watching. Like, appreciate you for having me on, man. Like, it's always good chalking it up. Copyright Tone to Shields. So
yeah, shout out to Tone to Shields, man. We're stealing your swag. We stealing your swag. But no, yeah, you already know, man. You're always welcome on here. I got you, G. Don't fret. You know what I mean? But everybody else, man, mad love. Shout out to my cousin D Nice for the song. We're gonna play that to get out of here. But I appreciate everybody. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe, and go Brooklyn. Actually, before we leave, do I still have it? Yeah, let's play. I want to play a little video here. That felt good. That just felt good. I haven't been able to play that in so long. That just felt good. But yeah, other than that, I love all you guys, man. Be sure to hit that subscribe. Y'all know what to do, man. It is Fly Eagles Fly, and we are out here. Peace.
I ain't playing with you niggas at all. We ain't playing with you niggas at all. Triple L, longer flex, nigga. So major the motherfucking gang. No good morning. Flee, what up? Hello? We ain't playing with you niggas at all. Yeah. We ain't playing with you niggas at all. Yeah. I'm in the zone like Sanders, but it's a touchdown. They see my face on the TV, they moving hush now. That's why I came with a plan. We booking trips, no bags. I'm a shot when I land. Them chrome hearts ain't gonna make you a man. You love them guns, cause you weak with them hands. Those Alexanders, but that nigga a stand. Yeah, that nigga mad cause his bitch is a fan. I'm in the zone like Bronny, just watch the lockdown. All I got is my family, my niggas up now. She see my face on the gram, she wanna fuck now. Play yourself, I don't love clowns. Wise words from the elders that had me bothered. Young niggas gotta finish what you started. Cause you a target, but the words can't hurt you, just stay unbothered. But we see that you rapping, just be an artist. Yeah, I'm in the zone like Sanders, boy, this a touchdown. They see my face on the TV, they moving hush now. That's why I came with a plan. We booking trips, no bags. I'm a shot when I land. Chrome hearts ain't gonna make you a man. You love them guns, cause you weak with them hands. Those Alexanders, but that nigga a stand. That nigga mad, cause his bitch is a fan. I'm in the zone like Bronny, just watch lockdown. Bad bitches at my door, they tryna rush now. I step back for the moment, just like I'm hard and begging pardon. Don't be another lost face on the carton. All my niggas gon' shine. I'm talking BB's Cartiers for the frame. I'm seeing 3D. I got this shit out the mud. I'm talking knee deep. 10 toes of my word. They wanna beat me. Call my man up in Texas. Like what's the topic? Gotta plug up in Houston. Trading rockets. Or you labeled the lick just cause you got it. You better with it than without it. Little mama, I'm a demon. Body cold like anemic. See the bands that she tweaking. I need a Ricky for the weekend. I'm bowling hard every season. Holy water got me geeking. I made it rain that she teasing. Christian loops that's bleeding in the lobby playing defense. I hand to hand like a greeting. Huddle up like a meeting. I'm in the zone like Tyson. You see the punch now. I'm talking Emerald Lagasse. We serving lunch now. Niggas came with a plan. Watch your face ain't gonna make you a band. They say they fam till they bite in your hand. He ain't a snitch till that man on the stand. Yeah. I'm in the zone like Tyson, you see the punch now. Yeah. I'm in the zone like Tyson, you see the punch now. Yeah. We in the zone like Tyson, they see the punch now. Yeah. Go on.
Let me hear you. Nobody